Well, firstly, building a programming language was definitely a dumb thing to do, but we did it anyway. And I think we'll talk a little bit more about why, but I think the best way to think about why a programming language might be needed, specifically for building AI agents, if we just play my demo, let's ignore the slides. I hate slides, and we'll just play it. Remember when you wrote software and a 5% failure rate was bad, and you'd shut down your company if that happened? And then we changed the world to LLMs. And what the heck? We're okay with this somehow. I think that's really not okay. We probably shouldn't be writing software with a 5% failure rate and accepting that. And the reason that this is so hard is because now with AI, you have to build agents and applications in a way that requires them to be fault tolerant. And there's one really nice company nearby that does this. And you can just look at the demo if you're interested in seeing that. We have a little booth that shows you how this runs in real time. But when you go there's this company nearby called Amazon, which really made a living off of making systems fault tolerant. It allowed you to build Netflix and make Netflix work all the time. They spent a lot of man hours making EC2, S3, and everything else just to work. AI models don't just work. And we have a choice of a world we can live in. And the world that we can live in is we're going to make every single engineer in the world figure out how to go do this, or we'll do it programmatically. And generally, whenever we've done things programmatically, the best way to do it has been as a programming language. Python exists, so none of us have to think about memory management. TypeScript exists, so we can do event-driven actions in a really good way. React exists because it's really, really, really hard to write state management in code in a way that's actually usable. And React solves that for us. That use state was beautiful the way we did it. Our goal with BAML is to make it so that when you write agentic code, it looks beautiful. And beautiful code has a lot of value beyond just looking good. It makes your code be a lot more trustworthy. It makes it maintainable. It makes it reliable. It makes it so a developer 7 months from now can go edit the code and know what's actually going on. And when I make this demo and actually goes and runs, I can do that because I know BAML will do all the hard work to make sure the model will return whatever I want. Check out that demo. That doesn't feel like ChatGPT generates it. It's a lot more interactive. I can play around with it while it's generating. BAML lets you build that in a few lines of code. And because it all runs locally, it's built in Rust, you can run it on any machine in any security environment, wherever you want, because there's no network dependency at all. We have Fortune 500s using us, and we have teams as small as 2 people using us. If it's interesting, see our demos in real life, because I can't show you code on a screen. It's just not going to be fun. And then we'll do a workshop later today as well at 4 p.m. But maybe this thing is interesting. I hope it is to some of you. Let's see if there's more demos happening. You can build nice little graphs, too, which is kind of cool. I have no idea what I recorded. I kind of just went off there. When we did the other thing, like extracting a resume, for example, Markdown is just not as nice as something that looks prettier like that. If you're building an AI application company and you're not thinking deeply about the UX that people are going to have interacting with your system, you will lose. And if you can't update your UXs in a way that's really dynamic as the needs of your company needs to happen, you will also lose. So instead of writing a bunch of strings in your code bases that you cobbled together with no unit testing, with no static analysis, and a lot of hope, you can use BAML, and you add a lot more reliability and maintainability to your pipelines. That's our goal. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Vaibhav.